Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is Gloria White, and I'm coming to you from Utah, USA. Me and Annie just got that big killer ball, which, oh my goodness, I worry. I have a glass of tea sitting over here, and I'm kind of worried that she'll miss it, and then I'll have this humongous mess to clean up. But you know how that goes when you got your babies. They just love to play. They don't worry about things getting knocked over. That's your job, Mom, to pay attention to that mess. All right, continuing in with Russia and China in prophecy. Now we're moving on to another section which is called Improving Relationship. Following the Cold War, Russia and China found themselves isolated and in need of cooperation if they were to survive. Economic and political unions forming between the Americas, a newly united Europe, and other such cooperative efforts necessitated the Russians and Chinese forging a positive relationship. Even before the collapse of the Soviet Empire, in 1989, Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev visited China to repair ties and revitalize dialogue on the demarcation disputes that were still mired in 17th century detail. In 1991, Russia and China signed a border agreement, beginning a practical demarcation process. In April 1997, China and Russia, along with former Soviet republics, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, I'm going to spell these for you because I cannot pronounce them. So in April 1997, China and Russia, along with former republics of Tajik, Stan, and then Kazakhstan, which is Kazakhstan, and then Kyrgyzstan, which is Kyrgyzstan. In all of these countries, the Soviet republics of those three countries signed an accord in Moscow on troop reduction and security building measures along the 4,700-mile border between China and the former Soviet Union. As a clear sign of surging cooperation between their two countries, Russian President Boris Yeltsin and Chinese President Jiang Zemin signed a declaration in November 1997, ending disputes over the implementation of the 1991 accord. This seemed to confirm that China and Russia, long vacillating between a historic relationship as friend and foe, were entering a new era of cooperation in strategic partnership to counter the perceived dominance of Western military and economic power. Another significant effort at unifying was a 1998 joint venture to design and build a nuclear power plant in China. Well, of course, China would need more power than it was able to generate to run all of the factories, for all the jobs from America that were being shipped over there and all around the rest of the world. Sino-Russian relations further improved under the leadership of Yeltsin's successor, Vladimir Putin. In July of 2001, Russia and China signed a friendship cooperation treaty. The two nations held joint military exercises in 2005 and again in 2007. Many regarded these exercises, organized by Shanghai Cooperation Organization, as a symbolic emergence of a military bloc that could eventually rival NATO. Other economic and military treaties have improved trust and cooperation. Both nations are reaping the benefits, realizing their very existence depends on good relations with each other. And as always, I love you. And if you haven't seen parts 1A, 1B, 1C, please go back and check those out, because this is like chronologically in order in the time event, in the event of time. The different ways that China and Russia have interacted, how they've been together, how they've pulled apart, how they've had distant relations, how they have now been pressed together in a joint effort to conquer the world and bring in a new world order. And as always, I love you.